Right, here we go. Transfer deadline day. We're going to do... What are we going to do? We're going to do about an hour. I'm not doing until 12 p.m. midnight. Bollocks. Right, let me just quickly post this on my story so I can get it. There you go. Get a notification come through on my phone that I'm now live. Try YouTube Premium. I'll pass this time. Thank you very much. Right, people. We're going to react to all of the Chelsea transfer news. Get in the chat now. Jason, what's happening, bro? Jordan Bailey, what's going on, bro? Get in the chat right now. Straight away. Oh, fuck off, man. Fucking favours. Piss off. I don't want to do you a favour. Right. Okay. We're live. We are live, baby. Hold up. Sound and audio, everything all right. Gahey's staying at Palace. Wouldn't be so sure. Let's see. Because I'll tell you what, right? If Gahey... And I mean, Gahey's been a real professional, right? Yeah, I mean, look at Mark Gahey. Good academy schooling. That's what it comes down to, really, isn't it? But yeah, so if you look at Mark Gahey, right? Gahey's been the consummate professional throughout. You look at Visa, you look at Isaac. These boys, they ain't been professional. They've been in breach of contracts. Do you know what I mean? And I'm pissed off at everyone going, oh, like, you know, this has always been a thing. Yeah, it's always been a thing, but we've always called it out. Do you know what I mean? It's not like it slipped through the net and it's like, oh, no one's ever said anything until it was Isaac. No, it's always been a thing. But when you look at the Palace boys in particular, you look at Eze, you look at Gahey, you know? I mean, mate, they have set such a good example to anyone. But I do understand that football is, you know, as a career, it's a very short shelf life. That was hard to say. It's a very short shelf life, football. So I do understand it. Like, look, if you feel you need to push through for your move and whatnot, but I don't know. Yeah, just see Gahey's not going Liverpool. Do you know what, right? With Gahey to Liverpool and Isaac, you're thinking, fuck yeah, no, like, be harder for these lot not to win the title than to win it. But without Gahey, because I think he could be a difference maker, you know? When Chelsea, were getting linked with Konate, I believe it. Would it? Or Konsa? No, Konate. When we were getting linked with Konate, right? I'll admit that I was a little bit naive. Because I was a bit like, oh, yeah, you know. I'd have Konate. Plays out from the back quite well. Whatever. First couple of games, he hasn't looked great, in my opinion. And I believe at some point soon, they're going to need someone there. They're going to need someone there with Van Dijk. Because, I don't know, man. Defensively, looked all right against Arsenal. Attacking, no one looked great. But yeah, I don't know. Let's go through a few of the comment section. Good evening, peeps. Michael Banier, here we go. Jordan Bailey, hey, doing, bro? Yeah, all good, bro. All good. Hope you're well, mate. Big up, Mr. Knight. Yo, Nomadic. Yep, big up, mate. Big up from India. Big up to India. Gahey staying at Palace, yeah. Yes, Joey Lad. Love from Canada. Good day / night, fellas. As the Gahey transfer gone through, it's not looking like that. The chat are the ones keeping me updated. Every now and again, I'm going to flick on and off and see. And obviously, the kickoff group chat is... Yeah, man. That's mad that the Gahey deal's off. And they were going to sell him for 35, weren't they? Liverpool offered, what, like 70 for him? Didn't they? So, I don't know. See, I think what should happen is Palace should sell us Gahey, yeah? We've got a sell on in the contract, as far as I believe. Is that correct? Tell me if I'm wrong. We've got a sell on in the contract. Palace sell us Gahey, and then we get him at a cheaper rate. We rate the sell on. We sell him on to ourselves. And we'll give them, I don't know, Axel Disasi for a cool little 35 mil, 40 mil. You know what I mean? Right, okay, let's go through a few of the chat. Raheem Sterling staying, well, he's staying on the training ground then, because don't look like he's getting near the team anytime too soon. Tyreek George to Fulham is sickening. I wouldn't quite call it sickening. Sickening is like, whoa. But are you gutted about it? Again, gutted. Gutting is a little bit different. Don't know why. It's a little bit gutting. You know what I mean? A little bit gutting. But at the same time, I don't hold no resentment towards Fulham. I don't think it's going to come back to bite us in the arse. I was at the game on Saturday. We've only got to play him once now. Hopefully not. But, you know, he knows how to score at the Cottage. Does Tyreek George. 20 mil, little bit cheap, yeah, in my opinion, because I believe we could have loaned him out with a loan fee of like, I don't know, like 3-4 mil, something like that. I know you guys will say, oh, Nicholas Jackson's loan fee's 15 mil. He's more proven. Do you know what I mean? Jackson is more proven than Tyreek George at this moment in time, however you rate them. So I say we got like a 3-4 million loan fee, something like that. I think he would go out somewhere and do so well that we could get a 35 million fee. And that extra 15 million, or I'm hearing it's about 22 million. TA said Chile's gone. I don't know. Bastoni confirmed. Haven't heard anything about that. Don't think so. God, we're all coming in now. People, smash a like on the video. Obviously, I'm going to try and read through the chat, and then I'm going to be checking the articles and stuff like that online. But if you want your comment read out before my deadline, which is an hour from now, if you want your comment read out, if you want to shout out, anything like that, stick them in the super chat, and then I get a little ping in my ear so I can hear, and I'll make sure you're read out. With the super chats, as always, you can ask me anything, and I'll answer. D, what's on your head, my guy? What do you mean? What's on my head? Headphones. Is Chilwell... Mate, I need to read on this Chilwell transfer. Chilwell to Strasbourg, permanent deal is a shame. Hold on. Fabrizio, here we go, hasn't been the same. Bro fell off. I don't rate the Fabrizio, here we go, all that much. I don't rate it all that much because I said this on the last stream and on the video and whatever, and I'd love to find out the TikToker's name, but there was a TikToker that put a compilation of here we goes that Fabrizio Romano's got wrong this season, just this window, and it's ridiculous. And even for us, he's done it loads of times. He give us a here we go on Samu Omeridian. He give Hakim Ziyech about 2 here we goes to leave to go to AC Milan before he. I don't know. He's just. I don't know. Big up Joey from Ethiopia. Thank you, bro. Big up Ethiopia. All good, bro. How's the baby doing? There's no baby just yet. Wants to be soon. He needs to hurry up. Why do you think... Mr. Tom, what's happening, bro? I remember you last time. You give a super chat, I believe. Big up. Why do you think Martinez hasn't been linked with any of the top clubs this summer? Firstly, can anyone tell me, why has he changed his name? Why has he changed his name from Emi Martinez to whatever he is now? You can tell me. Why has he not been linked to the top club? He's 32 years old now, right? Which means realistically, listen, I was brought up in the days of fucking Brad Friedel and them boys, yeah? So realistically, Edwin van der Sar, realistically, you could have 8 years. You could have 8 years as a goalkeeper. Ball-playing goalkeepers now, meh, whatever. I don't know about it, but maybe you'd knock off a few years, say 37. So you could sign him on a 5-year contract and it'd still be good business, in my opinion. But at the same time, I don't know. I don't know why he hasn't. I mean, what's happening? It looks like the Man United deal is falling apart. I'll tell you what, 32. I was about to say he's only just turned 32. Turns 33 tomorrow. Changes things, doesn't it? Does change things a little bit. Right, Buonanotte. I want to talk to you a lot about Buonanotte. And you lot can tell me if I'm pronouncing it right, butchering it, whatever. But you see Buenanotte, yeah? Am I the only one who just went really high pitch? No, am I the only one that thinks this boy's really good? Like, I'm not about really, 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 really good. I'm not saying, oh, he's as good as João Pedro or anyone like that. Of course he wouldn't. He wasn't. Otherwise, he wouldn't have been loaned out from Brighton last season. But I don't know, man. Like, I thought when Leicester got him on loan last season, that was a real coup for Leicester. And let's not forget, he provided 7 goals and assists for Leicester in 14 starts, right? So that's what? A goal or assist every other start. And Leicester, where did they finish? Best of the bottom clubs, I believe. Unless, did Thingy pip them? No. Leicester finished 18th. Do you know what I mean? How many goals did Leicester even score last season? PL table. Let's see, right? So, I mean, goals for Leicester scored. Leicester scored 33 goals last season. 33. Buenanotte was involved in 7 of them in 14 starts. He's a decent little player. I've seen him score live, haven't I? I was at the bridge when he smashed one in. That was at the bridge, wasn't it? That was at the bridge. I'm sure it was. So, yeah, it is what it is. I think he's a good player. I think that he definitely understands that he's not going to be coming in and playing, starting berth week in, week out. Plays off the right, plays through the middle. Haven't really seen him on the left, which I think you'd kind of rather him be able to do a bit on the left, you know what I mean? Rather than the right and the middle, rather left than the middle. But apart from that, yeah, I think he's a good player. I think he's going to be good stuff. It's going to be good stuff. I don't think he's going to be. I will rate the transfer window in a minute. 2 sets, guys. I don't think that he's going to be... I was about to say I don't think he's going to be a game changer. I don't think he's going to be a game changer in the overall scheme of things. But, prediction right now, Buenanotte comes off the bench and scores a winner for Chelsea this season. That's a pretty easy prediction to make. Could be against anyone. But yeah, Buenanotte will come off the bench and score a winner for us this season. Or will come off the bench and score for us this season. Proper Chelsea said, so much negativity around your our transfer window. Always nice listening to you instead of these brats. Oh, thank you, bro. Well, I won't brand anyone brats, but yeah, it is what it is. Like, I don't know. If you had said to me an ideal transfer window, then no, this hasn't been an ideal transfer window, but we don't even live in an ideal world. But you say to me, and I know now, the thing is, everyone's going, oh, well, Liam Delap's injury, Cole Palmer's injured at the minute. Yeah, I get it. I do get it. But I think that we signed backups for these positions. There's one position, maybe 2, right, where I'm like, oh, you're weak there. And that is a kind of hybrid of left wing and striker, to be honest, because I've always banged on about the fact, which I won't go into now because you've all heard me speak about it time in, time out. I believe that Nicholas Jackson can play as a left winger. I believe there's a chance that he might be better as a left winger than a striker. We're short on the left wing. Apparently today Mudryk took his case to the FA. It's like, hold on, what took you so long, bro? Why don't you take it to the FA sooner? Fucking hell. But he's also had no, people, I've not got blood. I've got a bit of blood on my face. It's just people ask the same stuff every time. I'm a boxer. I spar week in, week out. If I've ever got cuts, black eyes, bruises, things like that on my face, it's because of sparring. And if not, then I'm sure you'd have seen me have a fight somewhere online, wouldn't you? So yeah, nothing's happened to me. We're fine. Carl Gavin, this is interesting. We've genuinely wrecked the end of the window, in my opinion, young Joey. Thank you, Carl, for calling me young. Had to bring George on Saturday due to an injury, and now he's gone to Fulham. We're going to be light, man. Hope you're well, sir. Thank you, bro. Hope you're well, too. Yeah, I think so. I think that you'll see Chelsea do more business in the January window. than we have done in last couple of January windows, maybe last couple. I think you'll see Chelsea do more work then, because I think that the complications with UEFA and whatnot have stifled us a little bit and bad sell players and things like that. But let's have it right, because this is what I do actually want to get onto now, right? So far, I've counted it up, right? When Pochettino came in, we were all going, oh, or we weren't, but everyone was going, oh, 46-man squad. Pochettino only wants a 26-man squad. Well, listen, I'm going to tell you now, right? Sanchez 1, Jorgensen 2, Slanina 3, Colwell 4, Chalobah 5, Fofana 6, Axel Disasi, no, I'm not counting him. Benoit Badiashile 7, Tosin Adarabioyo 8, Kukurea 9, Hato 10, Chile apparently he's gone, Gusto 11, Reese 12, Changpong 13, Caicedo 14, Lavia 15, Asugu 16, Enzo Fernandez 17, Andre Santos 18, Cole Palmer 19, Buonanotte 20, Jamie Gittins 21, Garnacho 22, Tarek George is gone, Mikhailo Mudryk is banned, Esteval 23, Pedro Neto 24, Sterling's not going to be here, Nicholas Jackson's not going to be here, João Pedro 25, Liam Delap 26, Datro Fofana's not going to be here. Everyone was complaining. Oh, we need a 24, 25-man squad. We've got a 26-man squad. We've got a 26-man squad. Listen, I'm telling you now, yeah, if anyone's sat here and going, Chelsea, like, mate, of course, you can have your, is it preservations? Whatever. You can have your doubts, is what I'm trying to say, about the window. But if anyone's sat here now going, Chelsea have fucked it with how they've treated the end of this transfer window, you're wrong, in my opinion. I honestly believe that you're wrong. I do believe that. Look at this window, right? João Pedro. I used the word game changer and then changed it about Buonanotte because he doesn't deserve to be called a game changer just yet. Not on a loan transfer. But João Pedro certainly does, my friend. He's proved that already. Game changer of a signing. 63 million euros, which if you look at the likes of a Madueke, who's going to do way less, you know what I mean? I'll put it out there now. A Sheshko, who's going to do way less. Loads of players. Literally loads of players. Like, I can think of loads of players that are going to do way less that have moved for more money. So there you go. Straight away. Jamie Gittins, 56 million. Now, this could be a gamble. 56 million euros, this is. Now, this could be a gamble. But at the age of 20, how much of a gamble? How much of a gamble? Because even if he absolutely flops, you're not going to lose loads of money on him. You might lose a bit. Garnacho, he's 21 years old. He's got Premier League experience. He really wanted to come to Chelsea Football Club. The jury's out. The jury's out. What the jury's not out for me on is whether he's a good player or not. He's a good player and he's a left winger. I like that. But what the jury is out on is how much better can he be than the man who, in my opinion, he'll be competing with more often than not in Jamie Gittins. And to be honest, I don't think he's going to be competing with Jamie Gittins even that much. I think it's one or the other, and then Pedro Neto swaps over when Esteval either gets subbed on or off or something like that. Do you know what I mean? Or someone else gets subbed off. But, yeah, I don't know, man. But another decent one. Jarell Hato, left-back cover. Who's going to sit here and tell me we didn't need left-back cover? I'm not looking at the screen, so I'll have to hear a ping for a super chat, but no one's going to tell me we didn't need left-back cover. Liam Delap, he's 22 years old. He's English. You know that Premier League squads need to have a certain amount of English players in their team and whatnot. Not that that was a problem for us, but it could be a problem for other teams in the future. And that means I'll say English players, homegrown players they call it. And that means you're always going to be able to demand a little bit more money. Even if Liam Delap flopped, we still get money back for him, but he won't flop. He'll be all right. Esteval. We'll probably sell him for 5 times what we signed him for. There you go. If we ever sell him. Asugu. You haven't seen a lot of him at the minute, but Asugu's good, man. Asugu's good. Caicedo cover. Mamadou Sarr, we bought him in. We sent him straight out to Strasbourg. Maybe one we flip a profit on. Kendry Paez, obviously, he comes in next season, doesn't he? But it's on the books for this season for some reason. And that's it in terms of significant ones, apart from Buonanotte. But let's have a look at departures, right? And you've always got to have perspective on these things. Take yourself back to the start of the transfer window and think, what would I have been happy with and what wouldn't I have been happy with? So, here's what I'm saying, right? When the rule from UEFA came in that basically we were going to need to... And people, we've got over 400 people in here, I think, at the minute. So smash the like button if you can. Even share it if you want. But when the news came about that we were going to be having to move on players that we had registered in the Conference League squad, and obviously it was gutting for us because it wasn't even the initial Conference League squad. Do you know what I mean? Because the initial Conference League squad, I think, didn't have Reece James registered and didn't have Romeo Lavia registered. However, it did have the likes of João Felix registered in it. It had the likes of Noni Madueke and Kunku registered in it. It had Dewsbury Hall obviously registered in it. So, yeah. And they were registered in the one after as well. But João Felix, for example, right? 30-odd million from Al Nassr we got for him. Now, he wasn't registered in there, so that's a bit gutting, isn't it? You know what I mean? Even Petrovic, if we knew we were going to sell him, then I'm sure we would have bought him back and registered him in there. A big one for me is Renato Vega, because he was registered in the first one, and then the second one he wasn't. But we have sold him for 25 million euro. He played in that competition for us. So I'm sorry, UEFA. Give me some free tickets if you can. I'm fucking pissed off at you for all of that. Carney Chukwuemeka, another one. We would have had and registered and kept at the club. Like, it just makes no sense to me. Do you know what I mean? That they slapped this rule on us. So don't be surprised to go and see us do big things in January, by the way. But how would I rate this window as a whole? Well, there's two ways you can rate it, or there's the actual way you should rate it, in my opinion, which as a whole. I don't think you should rate it. You can make an interesting debate, and maybe me and Josh will do some videos on it for rating it by... Sorry, I think it's every time I put the fan on, I get the little cut-ups in the mic. You can make a debate, and you can do a video on it by judging the window on success of our incomings and our outgoings. But I look at the window, right, and I look at it, and I go, well, first, let's look at it as a whole. So let's look at who we've moved on, right? Noni Madueke. I like Madueke, yeah? I liked what he did with the ball. He ran at players. He was direct. He's nowhere near as good as Esteban, even right now. Not potential, not ceiling, right now. 23-year-old Noni Madueke is nowhere near as good as Esteban. Nowhere near. Nowhere near. Nowhere near. And that's who's playing right wing for us now. And we've just got, what? A package of 60 mil or something for Madueke. Once all said and done, it's not bad, is it? It's not bad when you spend half that on Esteban and you got him for the next 10 years. Christopher Nkunku. I mean, look, 37 million euros is what it says on the deal for a 27-year-old who didn't want to be here. I don't think anyone cared that he left. Good business. João Felix. Stupid for us to bring him in, so I'm not going to praise us on it, but we still managed to get rid of him. Do you know what I mean? Petrovic was one that was gutting for me, and I'm not going to go back on that. But at the same time, I didn't know Petrovic when he was brought in. I didn't know Petrovic until he came in the lineup when Robert Sanchez had to come out or got injured, or maybe they just started Petrovic in the cup and he won us the penalty shootout, so they carried on with us against Newcastle, I think it was. But either way, yeah, once I'd seen him, I loved him, but I didn't really care. Ugachukwu, Now, Ugachukwu, in my opinion, at 21 years old, is going to go on and be a really, really solid player. I use the word solid on purpose because I just think that's the level. I don't think his ceiling. I think you're going to see him playing for a European champion at any time. You know, he's not going to be at a Bayern, a Real Madrid, a Barcelona, or back with us or whatever. But he's a solid player that have a solid career in the top 5 leagues of football. Moved him on because ultimately he's a defensive midfielder, and we've got Asugu there who could be better, but we've got Caicedo there whose fitness record, touch wood, has been really, really good. Broa, 23 million for Broa. It's hard to get 23 mil for Broa, man. And I feel a little bit sick saying that because I don't want to be out of order, but it's hard to get 23 mil for Broa. Matisse Amagu, we sold straight away. I mean, we bought him in as our only January signing from the window before. Bashir Humphreys, we got a good price for. Kepa, we got a decent price for. Bettinelli, who wasn't even used, we got a good price for. And also, then you have to remember sell-on fees. There's certain players that we've moved on that have high sell-on fees where we will get money. I.e., if Gahey had have gone to Liverpool tonight, we'd have got some money. If he had gone for fucking 60, 70 mil to Newcastle, we'd have got some money because often they'll have sell-on fees. But then when I look at the players coming in, João Pedro, he's a hit already. And then, yeah, okay, the jury could still be out on Jamie Gittins and Garnacho, but I'm going to be optimistic until the jury's out. At the moment, the jury's in, and the jury like him. Jarrell Hatto, I don't know. I need to see more of him, but at the same time, we needed backup at left back. We've got backup at left back. Who's complaining? Everyone rated him as one of the best young defenders, and he can play centre back, which eases things a little bit. Again, like, I factor this into our window, even though it isn't direct business. We scrapped the idea of selling Trevor Chalobah. That's really good for me. That's something I was very, very happy with. And then, yeah, you know, Esteval, Buenanote. It's all right. It's all right. Tell me, what could have made it better? What could have made it better? Gahey, could still happen. Gahey could have made it better because I don't trust Wesley Fofana's fitness just yet. And apart from that, because at the minute, it's all about the partnership, isn't it? It's not about the individuals. You can't just have one good one and one shit one. I'm not saying anyone's shit or whatever. But at the minute, Tosin and Trev are pretty solid. They're pretty good. They're all right. Could you improve on them? Yeah, you could. You could go Tosin or Trev, paired with Levi Colwell. Now, if you go Reece James, Mark Gahey, Levi Colwell, Cucurella, it's not going to happen, but still. Robert Sanchez, I've been kind of all right with, so I'm not that bothered about that one. And then, look, Liam Delap, I think, is a good signing, decent signing. And when I look at what was out there on the market, who were we going to go and get? We were linked with the kid that's gone Newcastle. What's his name? Waldemort? I can't remember his name. We were linked with him. He could be really, really good. And I think that Newcastle's incoming recruitment, is on the whole pretty good. Really good, actually. However, at the same time as that, I don't trust Bundesliga. Don't trust it. Don't trust their stats. Don't trust it. We've had a few good ones, but we've had a lot of bad ones, and I'm a little bit burnt by Bundesliga. Walter made, I don't know. I can't do it. Neto is Carabao striker because Dew already played for Sunderland. Ooh, interesting. Maybe give, who says he's Carabao? Why can't João Pedro play in that? But yeah, maybe give old Shimmy a couple of minutes. Is Shimmy Ucar still at the club? Tell me, people. Is he still at the club? Should be. But yeah, I'm all right with it. I'm all right with our window. Give me some updates as they come in now, people. Right, let's have a little look at what's going on. I'm having a look on my phone right now. Is an interesting tweet. So, obviously there's a clip that's been doing the rounds, isn't there? Jurgen Klopp saying, like, these 3 teams are allowed to do whatever and we can't compete. This is where we are. So, you know, and obviously, look, they were forced to sell Coutinho. They had that window where they didn't buy anyone. So really, they've just, since selling Coutinho, you got to look at it really, and you got to understand that they've pretty much. Hold on. Super chat. Oh, sorry, bro. Sorry, 1 second. I had a super chat come in. Piyush, I'm really sorry, bro. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. I didn't realise you had sent a super chat in, bro. It didn't go off in my ears. I'm really, really sorry. $5.99 super chat. Thank you very, very much. If you could, which one of Liverpool's new signings would you take in our squad? Should we go for Mark Ahey in January, considering Fofana is rarely fit? We should go for Mark Ahey now, in my opinion. Go for him now. Because you get him at a cheap price. We have literally got 2 defenders that we'll give you on a permanent. We'll give you Disasi or Badiashile. You can have either on a permanent. Do you know what I mean? And would I do this? Would I do this? Would I do this? Would I do this? Yeah, fuck it, I'd do it. If you give us Mark Gahey, I'll give you a Changpong on a season-long loan. Because I think he'd get minutes at a really good side in Crystal Palace. I respect him. So, yeah. Got a little bit off topic there. If I could sign Piyush, I'm really, really sorry that I am late to that super chat. Anyone that wants to send read out, shout out, question put in, make sure you always put a question in as well. And the rule with the super chats is you can ask whatever you want. I will get it read out straight away from you. If I could sign one of Liverpool's signings, it would obviously be Isaac. I really rate Hugo Ekitike though. I really do rate him. So far of what I've seen from him anyway. But yeah, sorry about that, bro. So what I was saying is, obviously, look, Liverpool, you know, they've used that Coutinho money. Anyone know how much they got for Coutinho? How much did they get? It was a transfer fee at the time, 110. How much did Liverpool get for Coutinho? Oh, 105 rising to 142. That's a load of bollocks. How much did he move for? I'm not having him move for 150. Fuck that. Oh, I don't believe it. Let's see. Transfer market. It's fucking taking ages to load because everyone's on there tonight. Right. Okay. Whoa. It's saying 135 euros here to me. Saying 135 euros. So let's have a little think about it. A lot of people are spinning the narrative. That because of that transfer window that went by, and obviously Liverpool didn't sign anyone in that window, and the Coutinho money, which 135 million euros on transfer market, fuck it. Let's notch it up. Let's notch it up to 140. Or do you want to notch it up to 150? We can notch it up to 150 if you want. Since then, Virgil van Dijk, 84 million. Alisson, 62 million. Keita, 60 million. He was a flop, wasn't he? Keita. Fabinho, 45. Shaqiri, 14. Van der Berg, 1.9. Jota was 45. Thiago, 22. Diaz, 54. Kanate, 40. Darwin Núñez, 85. Gakpo, 42. Carvalho, what happened to him, eh? I think he's at Brentford or somewhere, and he was pretty good. He was 9.4. Ramsey, 4.9. Szoboszlai, 70 mil. McAllister, 42. Gravenberch, 40. Endo, 20. Mamadashvili, 30. Kaiser, 12. Frimpong, 40. What was Wirtz? Florian Wirtz, 150. Which is pretty much what we were saying they sold Coutinho for. Ekitike, 95. Leone, 31. Isaac, 150. That is 1.242.5 billion. 0.5 billion. So it's not quite the Coutinho money, is it? It's not quite. But, you know, it's what it is. Life's full of hits and misses, isn't it? Right. Okay. Jackson deal details. 14.2 million loan fee. It's a fucking good loan fee. What is it? Like, one of the highest ones ever was what we paid for João Felix first time. There's so many Joãos and there's so many Pedros just in different combinations now, aren't there? You know? You could go João Pedro, you could go João Felix, you could go Pedro Neto, you could go old Pedro. Anyway, 14.2 loan fee with a 56.2 million obligation. Deal comes in at just under 70.5 million. Something's telling me that can't be true. Sage's telling me we can't be getting 70 million for Nicholas Jackson all in, but if we are, ha! You fucking bunch of idiots. Not you lot. You lot are fucking legends. But the rest of ya, 70 mil for him. Yeah? And you wanted to call him a flop. I always said he was the bollocks. Are we going to regret letting him go? Are we going to regret letting him go? Yeah, I know it's a 16 mil loan fee, but there's an obligation. I don't know whether it's an obligation. They might be able to pay, like, round it up to 20 mil, pay 4 mil and send him back to us. But I don't mind. I like Jackson. I've always liked Jackson. So, is what it is. PLN, what currency is PLN? I'd love to know. What currency is PLN? It's Polish. Polish. Big up to Poland. Where are you from in Poland, my friend? Thank you very, very much for the super chat. Really, really appreciate that. Top man. Really, really appreciate it. Star Killer Obi. Liverpool with Isak and Wirtz is scary. It's also under a lot of self-inflicted pressure. Misperforming after those transfers is not going to go over well. Esteban and Palmer, please spoil their season. Well, I mean, we're all being pretty quiet on Man City, aren't we? They spent a fucking shitload of cash and they've been shit already. But yeah, you're right, mate. You're right. It is. It's a lot of self-inflicted pressure. With Isak and Wirtz, scary? Meh. I mean, with Isak, it's scary regardless. But I would more go Isak and Ekatike is scary. I'm yet to be sold on Timo Werner. I mean, Florian Wirtz. So let's see. Let's see. Something tells me Bayern will send him back and pay the fine. Yeah, maybe. But it'll go out either way. It'll go out somewhere. It's an obligation to buy, but they have the last laugh. It's only if he makes a certain number of appearances. Well, yeah. Yeah. I'm trying to think what player it was. What player was it they didn't want at Chelsea to play again because then we had to pay an extra fee? I can't remember. It was someone we took on loan. It could have been Dennis Zakaria. I'm not sure. But yeah, that's pretty common. It's pretty common. So it is what it is. What you got to remember, long season, Bayern Munich, good team. You'd expect them to go deep in the Polka, deep in the Champions League and whatnot. Injuries can happen. They can happen. You wouldn't been bringing him in if you didn't already need him, you know, because they got a long-term injury to... Is it Sane is out for the... No, wait, no. Who's out for the whole season for Bayern? I should know this. It's not Elise. Oh, yeah. Where's Jadon Sancho gone? Villa have been busy in the end of the window. I think another thing that, like this whole PSR thing, it shows you with Villa as well. You know what I mean? Where's Matt Dav, Joey? Well, everyone keeps asking where Matt Dav is, and someone's also just said, loved your Chelsea Fan TV interview. Thank you. I didn't love it. Fucking hell. I'm always like, do you know what it is? Musiala's out. Sorry. Yes, chat. Thank you. Yeah. I'm always like, oh, I don't know, man. Like, because Alex always wants me to go on there and do a bit of him after the game. But I'm like, bruv, I just come to football to enjoy myself. And the thing is, people will probably think I'm well drunk. Mate, if I have like three 3 pints, I start slurring my words. Do you know what I mean? Because I'm a lightweight. I'm only 5'7" or something. I box at 135 pounds. Most people's missuses don't weigh 135 pounds. You know what I mean? So anyway, I always say, oh, I'm a bit like, I don't want to go on there after I've had a few drinks and whatnot, but it weren't too bad. As for Matt Dav, I'm guessing you can guess where Matt Dav is, but Matt Dav's a legend. We love Matt Dav. You'd have smashed that Arsenal fan. No, I wouldn't have. No, I wouldn't have. I mean, I would have in a fight, yeah, of course, but I wouldn't have. No, I didn't. I didn't even. I don't know. It's one of them ones, isn't it? Because like, obviously I wouldn't do it, but I don't know. I won't walk. If like, I know Chelsea Fan TV aren't. Well, now I don't know if Arsenal Fan TV even get the views and the content outside the games or what they're doing. I don't know what they do, but Chelsea Fan TV aren't as big. They were the sort of pioneers for that sort of content, really. Arsenal Fan TV, I think. But what I'm saying is, if I walked across camera on Arsenal Fan TV or something and said, "Oh, I'm a Chelsea fan" or whatever, I'd expect someone to tell me to fuck off, to be honest. So, but I think I sorted it out. No, Matt Dav ain't in jail, bro. Matt Dav ain't in jail. Matty Dav. Should I call him? Nah. Buonanotte is the guy that scored against us. Yeah, scored a good goal against us at Stamford Bridge. I'm pretty sure I was there, but I just can't remember. What we got here? Just shit. Cool. She okay? Check on my daughter. Jackson wouldn't start over Kane, no chance. No, I don't think he would either. I don't think he would. Anxious wait on the deal sheet, yeah. Leslie Ugochukwu's unveiling at Burnley video is the best I've ever seen. I've not seen it. I've not seen that. Is the transfer window closed? No, I think that's midnight. Every player that scores against us gets signed, more or less, yeah. That's a rule of thumb. I think the obligation for the Jackson deal is quite tricky, and I think he'll be back next season. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. It wouldn't surprise me if that was the case. But if that's the case, then that's the case. I don't care. I don't mind. Axel Disasi has removed Chelsea from his bio on Instagram and unfollowed Enzo Fernandez. Interesting. How long would HS last in the ring with you? Fucking hell, probably as long as he wants. I mean, he's a big bloke. Do you know what I mean? Obviously, boxing wise, I'm levels and I'm light years above him, but he's a big bloke, and I've seen him spar Ty. And did Ty drop him? Ty was taking it very easy on him, to be fair. But yeah, I mean, Ty's way bigger than me, HS. So Ed's more my size, but Ed's cool, man. I like Ed. Opinions on Mark Yu. Kind of feel bad for him, to be honest, because he's going to bench warm. He's been brought back for if someone gets injured, and with the starts of the season that Sunderland are having, you're kind of looking at it and you're thinking, oh, maybe it's going to be exciting there and whatnot, and he's going to do something there, propel his market value, which would be a good thing for us if we don't plan on keeping him. But you'd have thought he'd have gained more experience there. You'd have thought so. I say that, but, like Brower, different situation, not as young, had come off a long-term serious injury, but Brower went Everton and didn't really do much, didn't enhance his value or anything like that. So it's kind of one of them ones, really. Star Kid Aerobia with another super chat. Thank you very much, bro. That's like, I think that works out to like 20 quid or something ridiculous. So thank you very much, bro. I really, really appreciate that. Star Killer Obi. Thanks, mate. That's a big help. Right. Mental health professionals should be sent to Manchester ASAP to look after their managers. Pep and especially Amorim really look and behave like broken people, tired with life and football. Yeah. I think you got a very good point there. I mean, mental health professionals is taking a little bit far. I was going to make a joke off the back of it, but it's not nothing to be laughing over. Laughing at Man City and Man United, fine. Laughing at mental health, not fine. There you go. That's how I treat it. But yeah, man. I mean, like Amorim sounds like he's doubting himself and stuff like that. Pep, I mean, I spent half of last season looking like Woogie from what was the film? What was the guy? The character's name was Woogie, and he used to scratch his face. Someone tell me in the chat. Ben Stiller. He weren't Woogie. The other guy played Woogie. The same guy that played Take My Strong Hand in Scary Movie. What fucking film was it, man? Set About Mary. Set About Mary. That's the film. Yeah. Pep spent half the season looking like him. Set About Mary's a good film. I might watch that later. Yeah. I mean, Pep knows. Like, everyone's gone quiet on the charges. Man City's charges. Not that Pep's got any charges on him. But yeah, everyone's gone quiet on the charges. But Pep knows. The walls are closing in, I think. Right. Do you think you could start some games if João Pedro's in the 10? Yeah, I definitely think he could. But also, I don't think Liam Delap's going to be out for all that long. One thing I know about Mark Yu is he is a pressing machine. Sorry, it's easier for me to say. That's what I know about him. Mark Yu is a pressing machine. So, do I think he could start with João Pedro in the 10? 100%. But I also think that if João Pedro was on a wing, let's say, for example, maybe the left wing, if Cole Palmer was in the 10, if Neto's there, if Estebal's there, if anyone's there, all of them are going to enjoy having Mark Yu in the team. The only one that wouldn't is João Pedro if it came at his expense. And obviously Liam Delap if he's back fit. But the rest of them are all going to enjoy having Mark Yu in the team, because one thing Mark Yu does is he's a pressing monster, right? He might not be ready to be banging in goals in the Premier League just yet, but he's a pressing machine. I've seen him live. That's what he does. PYS tweets blowing up. Which one? Did I read out one of his? Was it his tweet I read out? Who? I don't know. God knows. But yeah, I mean, it was one of the I mean. Oh, yeah. That was what I see. PYS. That was the Jackson deals. The lap's out for 6 to 8 weeks. Okay, well, starting from when he went, 2 of them are international break, come back, out for a month. He might have not even fucking started a game in that month. You don't know. You know what I mean? With how João Pedro's looked, he might not have started a game in that month. But, yeah. My chat's lagging because I'm only now just seeing something about Mary. Yo, Joey, can you please explain to me why João Pedro doesn't play striker? He does sometimes, but I would suppose my answer to that would be versatility, maybe. Still trying systems out, still trying things out that they haven't before. So obviously the likes of Liam Delap and having him behind João Pedro. But the main reason that I think that the main reason I would say that Liam Delap was in front of João Pedro was obviously because João Pedro was in the 10 due to Cole Palmer's absence. And then there you go. So that is what I think they did. I think they looked at the best number 10 we have in the team is João Pedro, even though he gets played at striker. That's why they put him there. AFTV Ty. Ty's a dude with the glasses that wears all the Arsenal merch, yeah? Ty's funny if that's the dude you're on about. He's funny, man. I see things come up. There's two things that come up, right? If this is Ty, tell me if this is Ty, because I'm not sure. Because there's a few. I didn't really watch. Well, not I didn't really. I didn't watch AFTV. Like I wasn't that into YouTube before I started YouTubing. Do you know what I mean? So I didn't watch AFTV. But Ty, I think, is the fella who always has the cap and the glasses on, not the cap, like the Arsenal merch woolly hat and the glasses on and that. And there was these two things, yeah. There is the one when he goes, you got to remember, yeah, Mikel Arteta was the first manager to catch COVID. Imagine if you was a Chelsea fan and said that, you'd get fucking ripped. I say it also, you said, I can't remember, it's funny. But listen, we've all had our bad takes, fucking hell. I know it. What's Mudryk going to do for 4 years? Hang around with Josh. Have you seen My Baseball? I love that film. It is a good film. As of now, Sterling says so we can use Sterling as number 9. I'd rather not. He's hardly fucking played in God knows how long. Appreciate that response, Joey. It's confused me real bad. Past 2 games not played at striker. Past 2? Isn't it past 1? Sure he played centre forward the match before, did he not? Against West Ham? Oh, I don't know. Can't remember now. It's been raining. Yeah, that was good. That was a good one. Sterling goes to Saudi or Turkey, surely. Yeah, you would imagine so, but maybe I think Turkey might be a more likely destination. The Queen dying. That was the excuse. That was the one. Listen, yeah, I'm sure we're all sad that Queen Elizabeth, may she rest in peace, passed, yeah? But I wouldn't say that it affected my work performance around that time. Do you know what I mean? Like, and I ain't making a laughing matter out of it, right? But I wouldn't say it affected my working performance. That's all I'm saying. So to say, you got to remember as well, unprecedented season, the Queen died. The Queen died for all the Premier League teams. It wasn't just Arsenal. For fuck's sake. Oh yeah, Mudryk's just got a 6-month driving ban as well. What's all that about? Listen, if it's for parking tickets and whatever, I get it. Like, you know, a lot of players get parking tickets, park wherever they want. I'm from Epsom, yeah. So John Terry's family are from Epsom and lived in Epsom. And JT used to just park his car wherever he wanted. Like, he used to park up outside the Odeon on the upper high street and just have a sticker whacked on it, wherever. They're footballers, I don't care. So if you've got a fine for doing that, then yeah, I mean, I ain't really that interested, because you don't know about that life until you live it. Do you know what I mean? When you got that amount of money, you don't give a fuck, and you do sometimes think, if you got kids in the car, whatever, fuck it, I'll just take the ticket. Even I sometimes just take the ticket. So if it was for something like that, I don't mind. But if it is for speeding, then he's a fucking div. And I'm sorry, but I'll say that about Mudryk. If he's got banned for speeding and he's a fucking div, I don't speed in my car. And that ain't me being a goody two-shoes and whatever. Like, I don't really live in areas where you would speed. Like, I don't really leave the area that much. I live in Epsom, so roads are always busy enough anyway. You don't really get a chance to speed. But even if I did at night, I don't really speed. Like, normally got my daughter in the car with me, to be honest, so... What are you rating out of 10 for the transfer window, Joey? JPCFC, how you doing, bro? Out of 10, I'd give it a 6, which is above average. You know what I mean? It's above average. Solid 6. It's very solid 6. Borderline 7. So, Charlton have agreed a season-long loan deal with Chelsea for striker David Datro Fofana, but face an anxious wait on the deal. If that's true, then yeah, we've got some 6-month bans usually totaling 6 points. Yeah, and it's not even, is it? It's not 6 points. It's more than 6 points because it's more than 6 points because I know loads of my pals that have done driving awareness courses instead of taking their first 3 points. So it's 9 points, really. So, you know, I don't know. Right, people, we're going to make it the last 5 minutes on here. Last 5 minutes, we are going to go completely non-football related unless some breaking deadline deal news comes in. So I'm going to be checking my phone for that. So I'll be checking my phone for that. But I always do this last 5 minutes of the stream. If you're only interested in the transfer news, skip back to the end of the video or skip off of the video because now we are going to go with 12 points for a driving ban. Fucking hell. We're going to go completely random questions for the last 5-10 minutes of the stream. It's what I always do on my streams. We like to do it here. So let's go with it. Get them in. You can ask me anything. But if you're going to be crude, you need to do what Starkid or Obi done. And send it as a super chat because I ain't answering anything that bad. But get him in last 10 minutes because I'm going to come off of here in a sec. Joey, what did you have for dinner? Ollie, I don't eat dinner this early, bro. I usually eat dinner at about 10:30, maybe 10 o'clock at night. I only eat one meal a day, and everyone goes, "Oh, is it like what's it like intermittent fasting and all stuff like that and whatever?" And it's just like, nah, it's not. It's not any of that. It's just me. I like to eat once a day. I think when I'm working and stuff like that, my especially if I'm training, sparring, things like that. I know you need energy to train on, but also you need to be alert. You know what I mean? And I feel like when I'm working, I feel like I'm more alert when I'm hungry. I'm not hungry all the time. Drink a bit of black coffee and whatever. I'm alright. But yeah, I haven't had dinner. For dinner, I've got a Charlie Bingham fish pie, which I believe is about 1,500 calories or something like that. But, I mean, it would put me in a deficit of about 3,000, 4,000 calories for the day or something. Because, yeah. Is your favourite colour blue? Do you know what? You're going to be disappointed with me saying this, but my favourite colour isn't blue. My second favourite colour is blue. My favourite colour is and always will be yellow because it was my nan's favourite colour and then it was mine, passed down. Best TV series you've watched? Top 3. Ooh. Best TV series I've watched. Breaking Bad, number 1. Breaking Bad, number 1. I would say Walking Dead, but then only until like season 5. Walking Dead until season 5, unbelievable. But because it ran for so long and it went a bit dead, pardon the pun, after season 5, then nah, can't really make it. Do you know what I love as a TV series? Not so much the movie, but not so the movie, right, but This Is England, the TV series. I like, because I love that group of friends. I like the way it follows them. They go from sort of, they're like skinheads, mopeds, ravers, rockers, whatever. Like, it goes through all the different times. So yeah, I'll get back to the other ones, but we've just had another super chat come in from Starkid or Obi. Thank you very much, bro. What do you think about Liverpool and Arsenal? I was cheering for Arsenal to score, hoping they'll manage to draw. What a terrible feeling. I was in the exact same boat, bro. I was cheering for Arsenal to score too. I was in the exact same boat. I wanted a draw. Literally, I was desperate for a draw in that match. I was like a weed head during a drought. I was desperate for a draw, but it didn't happen. So thoughts on them is Arsenal. I'm kind of thinking much of the same this season. If I'm being completely honest, Liverpool. I mean, fuck hell, they'd have to flop it to not win it. I feel it'd be a flop if they didn't win it. Current celebrity crush. Ooh, I ain't got one. Celebrity crush. Who do I think's fit? Don't know. I tell you who my celebrity crush was when I was a kid. I was in love with Lucy Pinder. I used to love her. Best beer. If I'm just going for one cold one, I'd actually go a bottle, which is weird for me because I don't even like a bottle of beer. But a bottle of Modelo, ice cold Modelo. Not iced, but like as cold as it can get without it being ice. Modelo. And then apart from that, I like a pint of Budweiser, pint of Peroni, pint of Moretti. I like my beer off the draft, really. Next true crime episode is... Can't reveal it if we do it on the Josh and Joey stream. Yeah, I know I've got to watch Peaky Blinders. Last Kingdom, I've been told that I need to watch quite a few times. Favourite film genre? Oh, another super chat come in. Nice. Thank you very much. Oh, I don't know where it is. I just got the Star Killer. Thank you, bro. You're really, really generous. I really appreciate it, bro. You know what it's called when someone's cheering for Arsenal? A waste of time. Yeah. Couldn't agree with you more, mate. Couldn't agree with you more. What is it? Favourite film genre? Depends. Depends what mood I'm in. Some moods, I just want a good comedy and I want to just kind of like half watch it and whatever. If I'm going to get into it. Film genre. I mean, I suppose you might have to say romance, because if I told you my favourite ever films, in my top 5, I'd have like 3 romance films. I'd have Titanic in there, Notebook in there, and then I'd have some other ones, though, to be fair. I'd have Kevin and Perry, that's comedy. I'd also have what's another really good film? Like a really good film. Basketball Diaries. I'd have the Basketball Diaries in there. And then sounds like I'm just a massive Leonardo DiCaprio fan, but I also like This Boy's Life. I think that's a sick film. How can you have a film with Leonardo DiCaprio and Robert De Niro and it not be good? But no, maybe put another one in there. One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, maybe. ID was a good film. Football Factory. Right. You still training despite no fight lined up? And when are they making you against the Argentinian king? You tell me, bro. You tell me. But am I still training? Yeah, still train. You can see I'm still training. I still train. But it is what it is. I saw you on Chelsea Fan TV channel and didn't realise how short you are with one of them faces. Yeah. I mean, they actually say the average height for a man in the UK is 5'8", isn't it? So if average height's 5'8", last time I got measured for Misfits, I was 5'8". I always say, nah, 5'7", and they were going, no, you're 5'8". Look, measured me on the thing, and this was at Harley Street for a official medical, same as the British Boxing Board of Control use. They said 5'8". So if I'm 5'8", I'm not actually that short. I'm average height. But you got to think Alex, who's interviewing, he's like 6'2". And then when you see me on the pain game, it's like, what? Brian, 6'3". Loza, 6'2". KG, 6'3". Trav, 6'4". Wade, when he came on, 6'3" or something, 6'2". Do you know what I mean? So everyone's just bare tall. Sopranos, yeah. Weird. I thought you'd say yellow. You look happy in it. It's our away colour anyway. Yeah. Yellow is my favourite colour. Sopranos, very good. Yep. R.I.P. Joe Bugner. 100%. Woody and Lowell, yeah. That sort of little love story from This Is England, the series. I loved it, man. Olivia Buzzaglow. That's the Chelsea bird, isn't it? The Chelsea. Yeah. Joey, what's your top 3 boxers of all time anyway? Listen, I'm going to go on boxers I've watched. I'm only going to go on boxers I've watched and not like rewatched. I mean, been there, not in the stands to watch, but, you know, boxers I've watched. So, as in like I've lived through the era. So, the year I was born in 94, pre-started playing attentions boxing around 2000. So, I'd go Roy Jones, even though his best work was done before then. Roy Jones Jr., I'd say Lomachenko would be in there for me. It's about what you like, innit? So I like that. I just love to watch it. I think criminally underrated. Lomachenko, and then I've gone Roy Jones, Lomachenko. I'll go Tyson Fury. I don't give a fuck. I'm going to have a heavyweight in there, and what's your plan in a zombie apocalypse? Ooh, that's interesting. What would the plan be in a zombie apocalypse? I'd ring up Brian, because he'd be handy to have. I feel like for every one zombie I could fight, like they're like Walking Dead zombies. For every one zombie I could fight off, Brian could probably fight off 3. You know what I mean? Massive. So I'd ring up Brian. I would gather plenty of supplies, and then I'd probably take Longmead Estate. I'd probably build a fence around Longmead Estate and just take it. People on here don't even know where that is. Scarface, yep. I like the beach. Yeah, I love the beach because I like watching it just because I love Thailand. Right. What country would you love to live in if not England? I would love to live in... Where would I love to live? I would love to live in Thailand. I'd like to live in Tenerife. Like, I kind of planned to live in Tenerife for a while, but I don't think I will now. But that was my plan. I was going to move... Well, I wanted to kind of move over there, or at least buy with someone over there, and then, I don't know, kind of half go across it. Go to the Winchester, wait for it all to blow over. Bang on. That is exactly what I would do. Love the Cornetto trilogy. Yeah. What is the other one? The World's End. Obviously, I say the other one because Shaun of the Dead and Hot Fuzz are legendary, aren't they? They're up there, British films wise. What's the best British film ever? You lot tell me. What's the best British film ever? Is it The Football Factory? Just tell me it's The Football Factory, innit? No. Best British film. I tell you what. For me, The Business. I'm calling it there. The Business is the best British film ever for me. But I'd also say best British film ever. We are now talking everything except Chelsea, bro. Last 5 minutes. That's what I said. So I'm doing an hour. Once I go past the hour mark, I'm just staying on for the last bit. Mike Bassett, yeah. Good film. Who's Brian? True Geordie. The Business. Yeah, The Business. I'd agree with you. ID is a very, very good film. ID is a very good film. Long Good Friday. I've not watched it. I should do. Scum was a good film. I mean, it's a bit grim, but that was a good film back in the day. Danny Dyer, The Business. Yeah, I think most people would say Snatch isn't. Or is it? Yeah, no, it is a British film. Snatch. Yeah, it is. I was thinking, does it have an American director? But no, I think Snatch is. Do you know what? Yeah, there's been a shout there. Adulthood. I'm just gonna tweak it. Yeah, Kidulthood's up there. Kidulthood is up there, but maybe that's me being nostalgic. But like, bruv, if you're my age, no one's not seen Kidulthood. I'm 31. I've just turned 31 a couple of days ago. Yeah. If you're my age, like growing up, there was two films, different ends of the spectrum that dropped at the same time: Kidulthood and Football Factory. So if you're my age, if you're 31 and you grew up in the UK, you've watched Kidulthood and Football Factory. Guy Ritchie directed Snatch and Lockstock. Yeah, I know. Nil by Mouth. Rock and Roller. Yeah. Yeah. I heard they're bringing out a third film, Grandparenthood. I think they already did bring out a third film, Brotherhood. I heard it was shit. Quadrophenia, yeah. Legendary film. I think it's The Business. I think the best British film ever is The Business. But people might tell me that I'm wrong. God knows. People could think I'm wrong, but they also could think I'm right, so who knows? People, I think I'm going to shut it off, man. I can see the overheating thing on my camera. I've got a bit of prep to do. This next true crime episode that we've got coming up off Joey and Josh is a big one. Like, big one in terms of making sure we've researched it all, got all the facts and whatever, but there's also a lot to do with this case that has been touched on, but hasn't been touched on enough. Involvement of third parties and things like that, mistresses. That gives you a little clue what the case is. Very, very well-known case. Very, very well-known case. So, I've got to do some prep on that. But thank you very much. Thank you to everyone that super chatted. Star Killer Obi, really, really appreciate it, bro. He sent a load of them in, didn't he? Piyush. Yep. So, yeah. Oh, In-Betweeners film. Just before I've logged off. Yeah, 100%. 100%. 100%. In-Betweeners movie. First In-Betweeners movie. Probably better than Kidulthood. No, it's not better than The Business. The Business, then. Right, I've got it. This is it. Top British films of all time. It goes The Business, The In-Betweeners, Kevin and Perry, The Football Factory, ID. There you go. Green Street isn't an English film.